It's Carter Sports back, and today we head out to the land of Troy to preview spring practice and spring camp coming up. So let's go. And if you've been here before, can you please hit that like, please? And if you ain't subscribed, boy, you better subscribe.
Disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Trojan family, what's up? Now today is March 10th, right? Well, the day I'm recording this video. And spring ball is coming in March 19th. So I want to talk about this upcoming spring camp and what to look forward to. You know, the state of USC as we head into this spring, you know, positional battles, what the coaches talking about, what the players looking like. I'm about to talk about that today. You hear me? So the first thing I'm thinking about in spring camp, first up, the quarterback position. Now I know we got Miller Moss, right? Miller Moss threw 6 TDs. I feel like he got the momentum. I feel like more than likely he probably win that starting job. He got experience in the offense, been in the offense a couple years, got cohesion with the receivers. It should be Miller Moss's job to lose. But Jaden Mayaba do got more experience, and he is a dual threat quarterback. So that's interesting. You know, Lincoln Riley, he kind of used to having dual threat quarterbacks. You know, Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray, you know, guys like that. Lincoln Riley, you know, real barrel. But Miller Moss got that experience at the end of the day. For Lincoln Riley at the quarterback position, it is about throwing for them touchdowns. Like, you can run for some, but Lincoln Riley want to put that ball in the air. But I think Jaden Mayaba, I think he, even if he don't win the starting position, I think he gonna get a package. I think he might have a goal line package. I think USC might use him like the New Orleans Saints used that one quarterback. What's his name? Taysom Hill. I forget. Like, he been with the New Orleans Saints forever. He was behind Drew Brees, behind Derek Carr, but they always got a package for him to come in because he's a dual threat. He can run and throw. So don't be surprised if Jaden Mayaba has some packages to get him on the field. Know what I'm talking about? Then you got the right tackle position I'm looking at. Who that gonna be? Is it gonna be Mason Murphy, Tobias Raymond, Cooper Lovelace? What y'all think? Unless they want to move Elijah Page over there, I don't think so. I think Elijah Page gonna be at left tackle. Emmanuel Pregnon, he might play. I feel like he might play left guard again. And Jonah Maheim, he played time at center. He might end up keeping Jonah Maheim at the center position. So the right tackle is interesting. I think more than likely probably be Mason Murphy. Then you got Tobias Raymond, redshirt freshman. I know he came in at 6'7", 250, 260. I imagine he close to near 300 pounds right now. So the right tackle looking like Mason Murphy or Tobias Raymond. Like, they gonna battle it out. The right guards, Joe Baha'i, like I said, Joe Baha'i could play anywhere. So Joe Baha'i, he's so versatile. He probably play at the position we probably weakest at. You know what I'm saying? If not, then he probably line up at center. But he could play the right guard. Mason Murphy, he could play the right guard too. Then you got Alana Noah, and you got Jason Zandamela, the freshman, or Gino Quinones. So I don't know. Maybe Alani Noah might get that position. You know, the kid's a beast. Hear nothing but rave things about Alani Noah coming out of practice and all that. So the right guard is gonna be interesting too. The whole right side of the line, right tackle, right guard, that's gonna be up for debate. That's gonna be up for battle. They're gonna be battling that out. See where they position at. The quarterback position. we kind of deep right there, so they definitely go battle it out. We got Jacoby Covington, John Humphrey, DeCarlos Nicholson, Prophet Brown, Marcellus Williams, Isaiah Rubin, Braylon Conley, Traycon Fegans. There's a lot of players that can play cornerback. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have 2 cornerbacks in the nickel. So, man, that's one of the battles I'm interested to see, the top 2 corners. Will it be the transfers, Humphrey or the Carlos Nicholson? Or would Jacoby Covington lock him down a spot? Jacoby Covington kind of came on at the end of last year, especially after Grinch was gone. Jacoby Covington was solid. And how I know he was solid, I watched the games he was starting. I didn't see too many passes get completed his way. So I think it's going to be a 3-way battle between Jacoby Covington, the Carlos Nicholson, and John Humphrey. Another interesting position is the rush edge / defensive edge position. We got Jamil Mojave, Braylon Sherry, Dave Clifton, Anthony Lucas, Cameron Fountain, all contenders. Jamil Muhammad, he had 6.5 sacks, but the last 6 games he didn't record no sacks, so he kind of tailed off at the end. Braylon Shelby was a super freshman. He didn't even redshirt. He played in every game. He coming in as a sophomore. Then you got Nate Clifton. I feel like Nate Clifton is going to be versatile. You're going to see him at defensive end, tackle, and rush edge. Because he got that versatility. And I know Deontay Lynn like player for versatility. So Nate Clifton will have an inside scoop on getting snaps because he could play inside and outside. Anthony Lucas, I feel like he should play the defensive end. I don't want to see Anthony Lucas. I want to see Anthony Lucas with his hand in the dirt. And then Cameron Fountain. If Cameron Fountain start, that's 2 things. If Cameron Fountain in them starting, that either means he that dominant and he that great, or Muhammad and Shelby and the other dudes that they didn't take the step forward. They let a true freshman come in there and outplay him. Now I love Cameron Fountain. I feel like he the future. But if you Jamil Muhammad, Anthony Lucas, Shelby, if you let Cameron Fountain come in and jump ahead of you on the charts, you ain't developing right. Because Braylon Shelby, a super prospect coming out in Anthony Lucas. So either if Cameron Fountain in them starting, either he that dude or Shelby and Lucas ain't developing like we think. So the defensive end, rush end, like I said, that could be 4 spots though, because Deontay Lynn, he has certain packages where he had 2 rush edges out there. You know what I'm saying? So the defensive ends, I feel like Nate Clifton and Cameron Fountain. No, Nate Clifton and Anthony Lucas should be the defensive end, with Nate Clifton rotating from inside and outside. And I feel like Jamil Muhammad and Braylon Shelby should be the top 2 rush edges. And Clifton had good production. He started 12 games at Vanderbilt with 30 tackles, 7.5 tackles for a loss, and he had a team high 5.5 sacks and 18 pressures. So that's pretty good production. Playing on the line, 30 tackles, 7.5 tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks. That's pretty decent production. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna find a way to get Clifton on the field. And along with Muhammad, he the most experienced players. So Clifton might have the edge for the defensive end, and Muhammad might have the edge for the rush edge. But I feel like Shelby and Muhammad gonna rotate, and I feel like Clifton and Lucas gonna rotate as well on the defensive end side of things. And Elijah Hughes is another sleeper. Elijah Hughes, I feel like he got the ability to play defensive end as well, but that kid didn't bulked up. I feel like they might have him playing inside. I feel like Elijah Hughes is gonna be like another Nate Clifton, a person who could play inside or outside. And then the tight end position, Lay McCree, he out with an injury, so that gonna leave the door open for Carson Tabarachi. I like him. I feel like he a sleeper. He one of them kids that's a baller. Switched from the linebacker position. One of them kids that got the skills to play both sides of the ball. He got switched to linebacker to a tight end. I like Carson Tabarachi. He can make plays. He got that type of ability. Then you got Kay Eldridge and Joey Olsen. Joey Olsen, another sleeper, 6'5" tight end that can run like the wind. You know, we all excited about Walter Matthews. He ain't gonna be there in the spring. Joey Olsen gonna be there in the spring. He one of our longest standing commitments. Don't sleep on Joey Olsen. If Joey Olsen could play like he played in high school, he gonna win the spring starting ball. Because I don't feel like nobody, as a Carson Tabarachi and Kay Eldridge, at least on potential and ability, I think Joey Olsen got more potential than both those dudes. So we see how that position play out. Joey Olsen might earn starting tight end role. Another thing I want to tell y'all about, I seen D'Anton Lynn. He had an interview recently, and they asked him what player, if any player stood out so far as they've been getting ready for spring practice, you know, installing the the defense and whatnot. He wouldn't give us a player, but he said the defensive line. He said them guys then got bigger. He said he impressed with them because they all then yoked up. You know what I'm saying? But that's music to my ears. Like, he said the whole defensive line is bigger. Everybody they got bigger. You know what I'm saying? So that's exciting for the Trojan fan. Another thing I want to talk about though is two players. I want to talk about Garrison Madison and Sam Green. What we gonna do with them? Garrett Madison, former 3-star, you know, he's one of them players that smarter linebacker but got speed. One of the type of linebackers that you want to put on the field because he got safety, he got corner. He came out of high school with like corner type speed. You know what I'm saying? He's 6'3". He can add weight to his frame. He was a part of the 22 class. It's year 3 for him. So year 3, it's time. He had 2 years to put on weight, develop his body. Keep an eye on Garrison Madden because I liked his highlight film. He was a tackling machine. He was fast. And he's 6'3". He done added some weight. I want to see what Garrison Madden do. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him develop and get time on the field because he's a talented player that I ain't forgot about. I liked his signing in 2022. I feel like he was a sleeper. And then another dude is my boy Sam Green. Now Sam Green, a lot was going on with him. He came out of high school as a defensive tackle. He came to SC. He got moved to the defensive end. He got kicked out the edge. And the last time I checked, Grinch had dropped him down to 6'1". He's 6'1". Grinch dropped him down to 235 pounds last recorded. Now, he came out of high school at 260. So 235 at his natural weight, he was asked to trim that. I expect him to be bigger, but how much bigger, I don't know. Depending on his weight, probably gonna determine where he gonna play at. He's so explosive and fast, I feel like he can even play linebacker. So at 6'1", 235, I feel like he at least back at 260 with this new coaching staff. So let's say if Sam Green around 260, 270, I see him playing at defensive end. But I don't know. I got to see his weight and see with the coaching staff. So I'm really checking out Sam Green first, how much he weighing, and then what position the coaches gonna have him playing. So I feel like we need to look out for that. I heard Bears even added up to 10 pounds as well, though, getting back to the size of the defensive line. I heard Bear, he done added 10 pounds. Well, he was already, 305. So we getting beefier in them trenches. So that's why it's really interesting to see where Sam Green gonna be lined up at and see where his weight be at. Where Jonah Monheim gonna line up at. We got some questions, you know what I'm saying? We got some questions, and I can't wait to see. And what effect Matt Ince gonna have on the linebacker room. I heard they love Eric Gentry. I heard Lennon and say Gentry, he could play any linebacker position. They said, Coach Lynn said Gentry didn't add the weight just since he been there. And they feel like Gentry, he could play middle linebacker. And I'm like, man, that's nasty. I think Gentry would be a nice middle linebacker as well, man. This is versatility in the range. Just to be able to put him in the middle of the field to mess up them passing lanes. See, if you want to run a cover 2, Eric Gentry is the type of linebacker you want to dare on the field, because cover 2, they like to hit cover 2 up the seams, up the middle, in between the linebacker and the safety. You know what I'm saying? In the creases of the cover 2. That's the best way to hit the cover 2 in the seam routes up the middle of the field, right? Well, it's hard to do that if you got a 6'7" linebacker in the middle of the field, messing up your passing lanes or changing your trajectory on the pass. Him changing the trajectory might make you float the ball just long enough for that safety to get up there. So Gentry in the middle of the field makes them holes in a zone defense. When they run a zone, make them holes that much smarter. You really got to have a perfect ball. And he might look open until Gentry put his hands up. You feel me? So I would love to see Gentry play a little middle linebacker. I like that they love Gentry and feel like he can play any position, because the kid really a unicorn. Before Gentry leave USC, we need to see his full great potential. I feel like Gentry got the ability to go down as one of the great Trojan linebackers. Add that weight, right development, right position. Feel like he could cause havoc and be one of them linebackers that's solid in the run game and even great in the pass game. And then he got that versatility. Eric Gentry, hearing the coaches talk, I could tell he gonna get a lot of snaps. And then will any of our linemen make that jump? The young guys, is Elijah Page ready? Is Alana Noah ready? Is Tobias Raymond, Amos Talele, Micah Banuelos? Are they ready to take that step forward? We go see. You know what I'm saying? So spring camp, it's finna be old, man. It's finna be old. And I just really want to see what position players is playing, where they getting their first looks at, and where they wait at. So Trojan fans in the comments, what's y'all questions that y'all looking to be answered in spring camp? What you looking for to be revealed in spring camp? I'm looking at all these things, and I got some more. I don't want to make the video too long. I might make another video when spring camp start. We addressing this and going more into detail. Carter Sports want to know what y'all think, man. Spring camp about to start like in a week. They already start installing. They about to start lacing them up March 19th. Then they gonna have that spring game on 4/20. You know what I'm talking about? So until then, it's Carter Sports. It's USC. It's Trojan City. We gonna fight on forever. And let's go.